exotic ingredients. Crisp as a winter's morning.
Don't miss out. Purchase a bottle of my genuine farmer blood elixir. Only 20 septims each.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Grelka.
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you carry, eh, lass? I'm saying you got the coin, but you didn't earn a septim of it honestly. I can tell. It's all about sizing up your mark, lass. The way they walk, what they're wearing. It's a dead giveaway. Look how you sniffed out my little scheme at the North Gate. You knew it was a shakedown and you called them on it. That's what I'm talking about. Wealth is my business. Help me out, and I can add to yours. Would you like a taste? I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid.
All meats guaranteed, clean and free from rock joints.
Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing. There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started. We've been contracted to make sure Branche remembers not to meddle in affairs that aren't his own. Now, since we're not the Dark Brotherhood, we're not going to kill him. We're just going to make sure he sits in the prisons for a few days. All right, I'll entertain you a bit more. Go on.
Jewelry with legendary Argonian
Buy some
craftsmanship.
armor and live to tell about it.
Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Finest oddities from all. Guaranteed.
Everyone, gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands your attention. You need to hear this. You need to hear this. No pushing, no shoving. Plenty of room. Gather round, all. No pushing, no shoving.
Come on, Bryn.
Oh, what is it this time?
My time is up. Come back tomorrow if you wish to buy.
What a waste of time.
Careful!
I knew I
almost
shouldn't
dropped all the files.
You'd
never seen Mjoll.
Looks like I chose the right person for the job. And here you go. Your payment. Just as I promised. The way things have been going around here, it's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch.
I must be the Thieves
Nah,
Guild's
my organization's been having a run of bad luck. But I suppose that's just how it goes.
Quite honestly,
But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. If you think you can handle it.
Vegetables as
The
crisp
fairest
as a winter's
prices and
morning.
the highest quality in Skyrim.
All right then. Let's put that to the test. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften, a tavern called the Ragged Flagon. Get there in one piece, and we'll see if you've really got what it takes.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Grelka.
Riften looks like a wonderful dream, my father.
Gems, potions, exotic ingredients.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
Buying and selling fine jewelry.
I am in your
Careful!
way.
I
am
almost dropped all
sorry.
the files.
I'm telling you, this one is different.
We've all heard that one before.
Well,
Bryn.
well.
Quit kidding
Calling me
yourself.
impressed, lass. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again. If you were expecting a palace, then maybe you're not cut out for this line of work. Our methods involve secrecy and discretion. Now, if you're done belly aching like a child, how about handling a few deadbeats for me? They owe our organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways. Kirava, Bersi Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place in our organization. Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important is that you get the message across that we aren't to be ignored. A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business.
Huh? Hey, Dragonborn, have you seen my
Of
sweet
course
roll?
you'll get a cut.
God damn,
We take care of
these-
our own.
I got my sweet roll
Now, if you need
stolen.
any details on your marks, I'll be here. Get going. Helga is a devout follower of Dibella and dotes over the statue to the divine that she keeps at the bunkhouse. Use it as leverage, and she'll cave. He's as pig-headed a man as you'll ever find. The key is that ugly dwarven urn in his shop. Smash that thing to bits and he'll change his attitude. Kirava's stubborn, but she's got a soft spot for family. Talk to Talon Jay at the Bee and Barb, and see if you can get something out of him. They're well acquainted, if you catch my meaning. I'll be here when you're done.
If you're looking for conversation, the flagon isn't the place.
Self to Brynjolf. Huh?
Got a lot of nerve coming down here. People tend to get hurt in the rat way.
Come back later, but I may have some work for you.
Jewelry, legendary.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Relka.
If you're looking for a handout, you want to speak with my husband.
New in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess. Thank you. I'll be sure to put it to good use.
Tell about it.
Remember to give at the temple.
The beautiful flowers and trees are really nice and refreshing. Gives a nice change from all that time before when I had to walk across.
I've been
barren
looking for
wood
you.
and wasteland.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver.
Your hands only.
Rare trinkets and the finest articles
Let's
from
see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Buy armor from Grelm.
If you're looking for a handout, you want to speak with my husband.
Working at the Rift and Fishery is tough. Why did it put some coin in my pocket?
If you're looking for a room, try the Bee and Barb. This place is for the working man. What did you want? In a manner of speaking. You have my thanks.
Tidings. Thank you. Here, this is for you. Mm-hmm.
What did you want?
Ours. Tidings.
You're a stranger here too, huh?
Here for a room or something to drink? You want something or not? How could you possibly know about... I thank you for your help, my friend.
What do you want?
Working at the Rift and Fishery is tough. Why did it put some coin in my pocket?
My husband did... Oh.
Oh no. You're the one from Brynjolf's outfit, aren't you?
All right, pipe down. You want the whole blessed place to hear you?
You're doing me quite a favor. I won't forget it. So, can I interest you in anything today?
Catchy, isn't it? In my youth, I was a fisherman. I had a beautiful ship named the Brawny Prawn. But the years have a way of creeping up on you. I ended up selling that ship to open this place. Seemed only fitting to name it after her. Well, changed it a bit, I suppose. If I had been smarter, I would have kept my boat. Coming to this city was a big mistake. The question is, what isn't wrong with Riften? This city's corrupt, rotten to the core. No one cares about anything except themselves, and how much coin they can make off the misery of others. Authorities, have you been listening to what I said? They're all dirty. Every one of them. The only way to get things done in this city is to keep your head down and pay off the right people. Aye.
Working at the Rift and Fishery is tough. Why did it put some coin in my pocket?
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason.
The fairest prices and the highest quality.
Buy some armor and live to tell
Ought
about
to be
it.
a requirement for alchemists to burn their tongues off or something. I mean, no one with sanity can seriously snort vampire dust.
stay out of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble.
So, the job's done, and you even
Maybe
brought the
so.
gold. Well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful. Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit. That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here. What's on your mind? We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough? Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about?
You better listen to Mercer and Brynjol first. We could talk later.
They call me Sapphire because I love to steal them.
Let me show you the operation. Then you can ask your questions. Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the Guild's resources, Mjoll. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. You play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. What we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear? I'll let that comment go because you're new here. Ask things out of turn again and we have a problem. Now, are we clear on all of this? Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
Claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work. So let her prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjol will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Since Brynjol assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lass. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin, so don't disappoint me. Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tonelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor. Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouthed wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house. Aye, you've got a point there. Exactly. Now you're beginning to see how our little system works. Maven prefers that Arengoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The Guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up. You watch yourself on that island. All eyes are on you, lass. Don't dis... Golden Glow Estate brought in a mountain of gold for the guild. You could almost call it our sweetest deal. Then out of the clear blue, Arengoth stopped sending us our cut. Mercer was, well, angry to put it kindly. So we send in Vex, and find out he's hired a bunch of mercenaries to guard the place. Aye. Arengoth sent the city guard packing and fortified the entire island. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go. They're built like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame. Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge column of smoke. I'll give you one good reason. Maven Blackbriar. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar meadery, which would cut into her profits. We had an arrangement with Maven. We kept an eye on Golden Glow Estate to make sure the honey kept flowing. If the workers had a dispute, we'd rough them up. If competitors tried to buy honey from Arengoth, we'd steal the shipments. In return, Maven allowed us to extort Arengoth and bring in a huge payout. Let me put it to you this way. Nothing happens in Riften without Maven's consent. One word from her, and you could spend the rest of the Fourth Era in prison. You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners. You watch... yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners. You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
Of course you can buy me a drink. You didn't need to say a word, but I heard you loud and clear.
hear something.
Hear that?
Over here.
Oh, you got.
I think we make a good team. I think we make a good team.
I'll look. We don't want to raise suspicions.
What was that? Must be my imagination.
You are nothing.
Never mess with Grandma.
Okay then.
Look.
Onward.
Nice work.
Okay then. Onwards, I guess.
Skillfully handled.
Worthless mercenaries. I didn't think Maven or Mercer would allow me to get away with this, but I had little choice. It would seem so. I can't. If I do, I may as well cut my own throat. I understand. Maybe you can help me. I've already said too much. I gave you what you came in here for. Now go. Leave me in peace.
Sweet rolls.
Skillfully handled.
Calm down, Tiger.
How much farther do we have to run?
I'm the heavy hitter around here.
Word on the street is Golden Glow's been hit. Good job, lass. Let me take a look at what you found. Arengoth sold Golden Glow? What's that idiot thinking? He has no idea the extent of Maven's fury when she's been cut out of a deal. But I'm certain he'll find out. If only the parchment had the buyer's name instead of this odd symbol. Any idea what that might be? Blast. Well, I'll check my sources and speak to Mercer. But for now, you're off to speak to Maven Blackbriar. She asked for you by name. No. Nothing like that. You're calling on her for business. That's between you and Maven, and I prefer to keep it that way. Don't worry about it. Maven's business dealings usually involve quite a bit of gold for her people. Of course, your pay. You're smart as a whip, lass. Keep doing right by us, and there's plenty more where that came from.
Used to run with a bandit clan in the Pale.
Ain't no doubt about it. Thieves Guild is back, and they've got rift in their grill.
So you're the one. You don't look so impressive. You're a firebrand, aren't you? It's about time Brynjolf sent me someone with business sense. I was beginning to think he was running some sort of beggars guild over there. Faith. I don't have faith in anyone. All I care about is cause and effect. Did the job get done, and was it done correctly? There's no gray area. And you think that I care? Interesting. Head to the Bannered Mare in Whiterun and look for Malus Macius. He'll fill you in on all the details. Some layabout named Savion. Been a thorn in my side for the last few years now. Not a day goes by that I don't regret letting Savion get as far as he did. In only a few short years, he's taken that bile he calls mead to market, and a chunk of my profits with it. I can't imagine where he found the gold to take it to market so quickly.
Give me an arm. Give me an hand.
Exactly. With Savion in prison, his meadery will be forced to close. Then I swoop in and take over the place. No more competition. The Golden Glow estate job has undoubtedly interrupted the supply of honey I need to make my mead. Savion could use this interruption to his advantage and collect a larger share of the market. I can't have that. One more time, in case I wasn't clear. You butcher this job, and you will be sorry. Shouldn't you be on your way to...
Come by Bellathor's shop, the market. I'm sure we've got something.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
If it's work you're looking for?
There once was a
Can't a
hero
man
named
drink in
Ragnar.
peace? I'm gonna keep this short because we've got a lot to do. Haunting Brew's owner, Sabiorn, is about to hold a tasting for Whiterun's Captain of the Guard, and we're going to poison the mead. No, that's the beauty of the whole plan. We're going to get Sabiorn to give it to us. The meadery has quite a pest problem, and the whole city knows about it. Pest poison and mead don't mix well, you know what I mean? You're going to happen by and lend poor old Sabiorn a helping hand. He's going to give you the poison to use on the pests, but you're also going to dump it into the brewing vat. Suit yourself. Maven and I spent weeks planning this. All we need is someone like you to get in there and get it done. Now get going before Sabiorn grows a brain and hires someone else to do the dirty work.
So predictable. Slobbering drunks, brazen boasting.
I made the mistake of borrowing coin from Sabiorn. He's allowing me to pay it back, but he's working my fingers to the bone. He treats me like a slave. I have to do every nasty, dirty job in the meadery.
I'd drink from an old boot tonight.
If this plan works, not only is my debt gone, but I'll be set up for life. Maven and I worked out a little deal. If Sabiorn ends up in jail, she's gonna take over his meadery. And guess who gets to run the Blackbriar meadery in Whiterun?
I'm afraid the dishwater's as good as it
You're
gets
looking
in this
at him.
establishment.
Once Sabiorn is out of the way, Maven has plans for the place. One way or another, we don't want the pests coming back. Consider it just more of the dirty work. I did my part getting them in there, now you need to clear them out.
The day's come and gone.
Neat.
What are you gawking at? Can't you see I have problems here? Are you kidding me? Look at this place. I'm supposed to be holding a tasting of the new Hunning Brew Reserve for the captain of the guard. If he sees the meadery in this state, I'll be ruined. Huh? You expect me to believe that? Oh, really? And I don't suppose you just do it out of the kindness of your heart, would you? I hope you're not expecting to get paid until the job's done. Oh, very well. Here's half. You'll get the rest when the job's done. My only demand is that these vermin are permanently eliminated before my reputation is completely destroyed. I bought some poison. I was going to have my lazy good-for-nothing assistant Malice handle it, but he seems to have vanished. If you plant this in the vermin's nest, it should stop them from ever coming back. Don't come back until every one of those things are dead. Malice is the best deal I've ever made. Lent him a bit of gold some time ago I knew he'd never be able to pay back. Nothing like free labor to make operating costs cheaper. I understand. Now I've got to clean up this mess.
I can't wait to see Sabjorn squirm.
Was something we discussed unclear? Okay, just this once. Yes, I haven't got all day. Maven Blackbriar's gone out of her way to try and have me shut down. But fortunately, I have a good relationship with Whiterun's Jarl. Every year I sell more hunting brew, and Maven loses customers. Know why? My mead tastes better. Well, yes. I mean, all of the gold didn't come from me. I have a silent partner that helped me with the finances. Silent means I don't tell, and it's none of your business. Okay, you've talked me into it.
I saw you do that, you know. That's a dangerous game you're playing. I saw you do that, you know. That's a dangerous game you're playing. You expect me to believe that? I don't have to take this from the likes of you. Go! You're not wanted here! I saw you do that, you know. That's a dangerous game you're playing.
Something to hide?
I trust you have good news for me? You're a firebrand, aren't you? Is that confidence I hear? Or is it arrogance? Strange how often they're confused.
Better yet, where are the bats?
The only thing keeping me from having you killed is Brynjolf. He stepped in and made amends. At least you remembered to bring me the information I requested. Give me that. This doesn't tell me much. The only thing that could identify Sabjorn's partner is this odd little symbol. Well, whoever this mysterious marking represents, they'll regret starting a war with me. You should bring this information to the Thieves Guild immediately. Out of my way.
Name's Rune. Yeah, Rune. Just like you're thinking.
I warned you not to cross Maven. If I hadn't stepped in and paid amends, you'd be... well, I think you know. Aye, you've got a point there. I suppose it's not a total loss then. Maven sent word that you discovered something else while you were out there. Something important to the Guild? Then this is beyond coincidence. First Arangoth, and now Sabjorn. Someone's trying to take us down by driving a wedge between Maven and the Guild. Mercer thinks he knows a way to identify this new thorn in our side. He wants to meet with you right away. And if I were you, I'd hurry. I've never seen him this angry before. No time for idle chatter. Mercer is awaiting.
Ah, there you are. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Glow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol. It would seem our adversary is attempting to take us apart indirectly by angering Maven Blackbriar. Very clever. You jest, but they've been able to avoid identification for years. They're obviously well-funded, driven, and patient. Just don't mistake my admiration for complacency. Our nemesis is going to pay dearly. Because even after all their posturing and planning, they've made a mistake. The parchment you recovered mentions a Mjoll lie. According to my sources, that's an old alias used by one of our contacts. His real name is Gullumai. Gullumai is our inside man at the East Empire Company in Solitude. I'm betting he acted as a go-between for the sale of Golden Glow Estate and that he can finger our buyer. Get out there, shake him down, and see what you come up with. Talk to Brynjolf before you leave if you have any questions.
I can't believe Gullumai's mixed up in all this. That Argonian couldn't find his tail with both hands. Don't get me wrong, he could scam a beggar out of his last septim, but he's no mastermind. Trouble? He's one of the most stubborn lizards I've ever met. You have your work cut out for you. You're going to have to buy him off. It's the only way to get his attention. If that fails, follow him and see what he's up to. If I know Gullumai, he's in way over his head, and you'll be able to use it as leverage. I'm glad to see you're embracing our methods. It would be a waste to lose a contact at the East Empire Company before we had the entire story. Just keep on Gullumai's tail, and he's bound to step into something he can't scrape off his boot. Just head right back to the Guild and get the information to Mercer. Nothing else is more important. If you discover Gullumai's holding out on us and has more loot stashed away than he claims, we'd find that information quite valuable as well. Good luck in Solitude. Keep Gullumai alive. But in mind.
You better not make trouble. Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up. Now, lying to my face isn't gonna win you any favors with me. I can promise you that. On the other hand, taking some of these extra jobs off my hands, now, that'll get you to the top of my list. See, that kind of attitude comes from someone who wants to get rich and stay alive long enough to enjoy it. We're gonna get along nicely. So, if you've got the nerve, I've got plenty of extra jobs to help get the guild back on its feet. Look around you. The flagon, the guild, it's all falling apart. A few decades ago, this place was as busy as the Imperial City. Now, you'll be lucky if you don't trip over a skeever instead. Look, I know the others think I'm a bit daft for saying stuff like this, but I'm gonna give it you straight. Something out there is piss-drunk mad at us. I don't know who or what it is, but it's beyond just you and me. We've been cursed. I'll tell you what we do. We spit in that curse's face and turn things around down here. Put things back the way they were. That's where you come in. I've got plenty of work available that could guide us down the road to recovery. All you need to do is ask, and we can both come out of this smelling like a rose.
Favorite target for sweet rolls. They're always gone. It's infuriating. Quite honestly.
Well, I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across any other unusual trinkets like this, be sure to bring them to me. I promise it'll be worth the effort. There you go. This should cover it. If you're looking to get some coin for the fruits of your labor, you should talk to Tanelia. She sounds tough, but she'll cut you a fair deal. I also suggest you spend some time in the training room. Just talk to Mipper. He'll show you around. Hey, this guild needs the coin. Walking away without taking work is not going to make you popular around here.
Before we begin, I want to make two things perfectly clear. One, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong. And two, you follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses. Easy, huh? So, should I just hand you purses of coin, or are you gonna work to earn your keep? Let me give you a small bit of advice. Nothing in this line of work is easy. If there was, every dragon a ratway would be robbing Rift and Blind. If something's being handed to you on a silver platter, then there's a catch. Steal the platter instead. You get it? Then we understand each other. Good. Now, it's time to get your feet wet. And I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about anything but business. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. We're in a bad way down here. Who knows? Old Delvin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old bad luck. You can get out there and start making a name for us again. Make them start fearing us like they did long ago. And while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side. Not a bad deal, eh? Been a while since I've seen one of those. What you've got there is a stone of Baron Zaya. Not like that, it isn't. The stone was pried off of Baron Zaya's ceremonial crown by a thief in order to cover his tracks. I think there were 24 in all. Most people keep them as a curiosity. Some of the guild members have tried to locate them over the years, but they haven't been successful. Well, until now. Look, I only buy things I can turn around quickly for a profit. And no one wants these stones unless they have the whole set. Tell you what, if you find the rest of them, talk to me again. Otherwise, keep it. Maybe it'll bring you luck. Don't give up now. There's plenty of loot out there just ripe for the taking.
So you're the new recruit, huh? Well, looks like you and I are gonna have to get very well acquainted. I'm the fence down here. You come by anything you don't exactly own, and I'll pay you some coin for it. Minus a little slice for the guild, of course. I can also provide a few supplies useful to our trade now and again, for a small fee. Sure, how about I get Dirge to knock you over your head and dump you into the cistern? Look, I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen all types. You can play it tough, or you can play it smart. Whatever. At the end of the day, you'll find that all we care about down here is how much gold you can make us. Good. Then there isn't much more to say. Here's your armor. Just make sure you put it to good use. I give special rates to members of the Thieves Guild. Show me what you've got. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything.
This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperials.
So, what do we have here? Let me guess. By your scent, I'd say you were from the guild. But that can't be true, because I told Mercer I wouldn't deal with them anymore. I don't deal in land or property. Now, if you're looking for goods, you've come to the right person. Oh, wait. Did you say Golden Glow Estate? My apologies. I'm sorry to say I know very little about that, bee farm, was it? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I can't be expected to remember every deal I handle.
We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood
Well,
and our
now that you mention it, there is something I've been trying to get my hands on. I have a buyer looking for a case of Firebrand wine. There just so happens to be a single case in the Blue Palace. Bring it to me, and we'll talk about Golden Glow Estate.
We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies.
Arms and armor, forged by a master craftsman. If it's arms or armor you need, see Baron in Castle Dower. Bloody good blacksmith. If you need portions, head over to Angeline's Aromatics.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Ah, good. Can't have the buyer getting impatient and looking elsewhere for this, can we? Here, take this. I certainly can't use it, but I suppose I need to pay you something for the goods. Not at all. I consider it an investment in prolonging my life. As far as Golden Glow Estate goes, I'll tell you what I know. I was approached by a woman who wanted me to act as the broker for something big. She flashed a bag of gold in my face and said all I had to do was pay Arangoth for the estate. I brought in the coin and walked away with her copy of the deed. Not at all. I tend not to ask too many questions when I'm on the job. I'm sure you understand. However, I did notice she was quite angry, and it was being directed at Mercer Frey. In this business, we rarely deal in names. Our identity comes from how much coin we carry. Look, that's all I know. I never promised you I'd have all the answers. Now, since our transaction is done, I'll be on my way.
We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every
Look, I've told you everything. Now leave me alone.
this land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking this is a nice inn. I know these clothes came from a god, but they still smell like poop. God poop, maybe, but still poop. I've never tried winking at a skeever before. I usually just lay them on sight and save the subtle body language for the ladies. I'm thinking maybe we should get a seat? My father always said alcohol is not the answer, but it does make you forget the question. Okay, let us...
Never should have come here.
Make good team. I should really lay off on those sweet rolls.
narrowly conciliatory. Someone You're simply not as quick as you need to be.
There's no need to do anything rash. This isn't as bad as it seems. I was gonna tell Mercer about everything, honestly. Please, he'll have me killed. I see you wish to be reasonable. Perhaps I misjudged you. The name of the person you want is Carlia. Mercer never told you about her? Carlia is the thief responsible for murdering the previous guildmaster, Gallus. Now she's after Mercer. Help? No, no. Look, I didn't even know it was her until after she contacted me. Please, you have to believe me. I don't know. When I asked her where she was going, she just muttered, "Where the end began." Here, take the Golden Glow estate deed as proof. And when you speak to Mercer, tell him I'm worth more to him alive.
Got a minute? Wanted to say something. What did you need?
Who'd want to get married in Riften? It would be a miracle if the groom can make it to the altar without having his ring or his wife stolen.
Did Gullamai give up any information on our buyer? No, it can't be. Haven't heard that name in decades. This is grave news indeed. She's someone I hope to never cross paths with again. Carlia destroyed everything this guild stood for. She murdered my predecessor in cold blood and betrayed the guild. After we discovered what she'd done, we spent months trying to track her down, but she just vanished. Carlia and I were like partners. I went with her on every heist. We watched each other's backs. I know her techniques, her skills. If she kills me, there'll be no one left that could possibly catch her. If only we knew where she was. There's only one place that could be. A place where she murdered Gallus. A ruin called Snowvale Sanctum. We have to go out there before she disappears again. Yes, I'm going with you, and together we're going to kill her. Here's your payment for solitude. Prepare yourself and meet me at the ruins as soon as you can. We can't let her slip through our fingers. Good. You're finally here. I've scouted the ruins and I'm certain Carlia is still inside. No, I found her horse. Don't worry, I've taken care of it. She won't be using it to escape. Let's get moving. I want to catch her inside while she's distracted. Take the lead. Just make certain you keep your eyes open. Carlia is as sharp as a blade. The last thing I need is you blundering into a trap and warning her that we're here. I have a long-standing arrangement with the Dark Brotherhood. If I need someone in the guild taken care of, we do it ourselves. We both agree it's best to keep these matters in-house. You see, Carla... Stench in here. This place smells of death. Be on your guard. How disappointing. Pull the chain over there and watch out for the spikes. Looks like Carlia reset all traps. Must you... Stopping? Little time for talk. What do you want? There's little time for talk. What do you want? This shouldn't take long. What is it? Death will be my friend! Merely an annoyance. This better be important. Quite no. Feeble attempt to hide is insulting. Yes, what is it now? 25 years ago, I was standing outside these very same ruins. Gallus told me to meet here, but he wouldn't say why. When I arrived, Gallus stepped from the shadows. Before he uttered a sound, an arrow pierced his throat. Before I could even draw my blade, her second arrow found its mark in my chest. Carlia was a master marksman, and her greatest weapon was the element of surprise. I was lucky. She missed my heart by mere inches. I staggered away from the ruins and my vision began to blur. It's then that I realized the bitch had poisoned her arrows. The last thing I saw was Carlia dumping his body into an opening atop the ruins. An unceremonious end for a remarkable man. To this day, I've regretted allowing her to escape, even if it meant I had died trying. I owed Gallus that much. The guild was thrown into disarray. Several stepped up and tried to claim Gallus's former position as guildmaster. Sides quickly formed behind these men, and the Ratway became a bloodbath. I saw what they did to Gallus. I wanted to use the guild's resources to hunt down Carlia. The others didn't even care he was gone. Fortunately, I persevered, and the other groups were either killed or they left Skyrim. The infighting had taken months to subside, which gave her time to go into hiding and carefully cover her tracks. I spent thousands of septims and used every contact at my disposal. But it was as if she had simply vanished. Like I said before, she was the best. She was a stubborn Dunmer. Always had to do everything her way. But she was also the best, bringing in more coin a month than some thieves heist in a year. Gallus trusted her too much and let her get too close. If you want to call it that, yes. Me? I think she was softening him for the kill. Gallus would call her his little nightingale. He was absolutely smitten by her. Greed? Jealousy? Spite? Who can say what drove her to such an iniquitous act? One thing's certain, I intend to find out before she draws her last breath. If you see Carlia, don't hesitate. Kill her. Yes, yes. Malaya always was a nimble minx. Slipping past these Draugr must have been child's play for her. Things near. You can't hide from me. Out of my way! Must you keep stopping? So it begins. Out of my way! Your end is near! So it begins. What? What is it? We're on the right track. She's been through here as well. You limit your own appetite. Out of my way! Yes, yes, what is it now? That door up ahead. It's perfect for hiding an ambush. Are you ready? Ah, it's one of the infamous Nordic puzzle doors. How quaint. Without the matching claw, they're normally impossible to open. Since I'm certain Carlia already did away with it, we're on our own. Fortunately, these doors have a weakness if you know how to exploit it. Quite simple, really. Carlia is close, I'm certain of it. Now let's get moving. Honestly think your arrow will reach me before my blade finds your heart?
Give me a reason to try.
You're a clever girl, Carlia. Buying Golden Glow Estate and funding Honningbrew Meadery was inspired.
To ensure an enemy's defeat, you must first undermine his allies. It was the first lesson Gallus taught us.
You always were a quick study.
Not quick enough. Otherwise Gallus would still be alive.
Gallus had his wealth and he had you. All he had to do was look the other way.
Did you forget the oath we took as Nightingales? Did you expect him to simply ignore your methods?
Enough of this mindless banter. Come, Carlia. It's time for you and Gallus to become reunited.
I'm no fool, Mercer. Crossing blades with you would be a death sentence, but I can promise the next time we meet, it will be your undoing.
How interesting. It appears Gallus's history has repeated itself. Carlia has provided me the means to be rid of you, and this ancient tomb becomes your final resting place. But you know what intrigues me the most? The fact that this was all possible because of you. Farewell. I'll be certain to give Brynjolf your regards.
Easy. Don't get up so quickly. How are you feeling? No, I saved your life. My arrow was tipped with a unique paralytic poison. It slowed your heart and kept you from bleeding out. Had I intended to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation. My original intention was to use that arrow on Mercer, but I never had a clear shot. I made a split-second decision to get you out of the way, and it prevented your death. More than you'll ever realize. The poison on that arrow took me a year to perfect. I only had enough for a single shot. All I had hoped was to capture Mercer alive. Mercer must be brought before the Guild to answer for what he's done. He needs to pay for Gallus's murder. My purpose in using Snowvale Sanctum to ambush Mercer wasn't simply for irony's sake. Before both of you arrived, I recovered a journal from Gallus's remains. I suspect the information we need is written inside. I wish I knew. The journal is written in some sort of language I've never seen before. Enther. Gallus's friend at the College of Winterhold. Of course. The only outsider Gallus trusted with the knowledge of his Nightingale identity. There were three of us. Myself, Gallus, and Mercer. We were an anonymous splinter of the Thieves Guild in Riften. Perhaps I'll tell you more about it later. Right now, You need to head for Winterhold with the journal and get the translation. Here, take these as well. They may prove useful for your journey. I'm afraid not. There are preparations to make, and Gallus' remains to lay to rest. I promise to join you there as soon as I can. Remember, speak only to Anther. Trust no one else.
Come on in. Just stoked the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Yes, what is it? Carlia. Then she's finally found it. Do you have Gallus's journal? No problem. Let me see it. Oh, this is just like Gallus. A dear friend, but always too clever for his own good. He's written all of the text in the Falmer language. No. However, I know someone who might. The court wizard of Markarth, Calselmo, may have the materials you need to get this journal translated. Word of warning. Calselmo is a fierce guardian of his research. Getting the information won't be easy.
The college in Solitude is clearly doing great work for these suckers.
Besides the fact that there are only a handful of people in Tamriel that even recognize the language, I'm fairly certain he was planning some sort of a heist that involved a deep understanding of the Falmer language. Sadly, we never had the opportunity to speak about the details. Ironically, I pointed him in the same direction I pointed you, to Markarth and Calselmo. I'm only hoping whatever means he used to learn the language will still be available to you.
Hey, they say that in WoD don't be putting in no work. Shut the fuck up.
Calselmo is stubborn as a mule. Be careful when you speak to him.
Dagothar ain't no hitter. Dagothar ain't this. Dagothar a fake. Shut the fuck up. Y'all don't live with that Inwa. Y'all know that Inwa got caught with a Wabbajack shooting at the Outlanders and shit. Inwa been on probation since fucking I don't know when, motherfucker. Stop fucking playing him like that. Them Inwa's savages out there.
Sorry.
If I catch another motherfucker talking sweet about Dagoth I'm fucking beating they ass. I'm not fucking playing no more. Know them Inwa's roll with Azura and them.
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking.
Lightly armored means lighter of feet.
Look, I'm very busy, so this better be important. Then you were well informed. I am at this very moment on the cusp of completing my magnum opus on the subject. I'm calling it Calselmo's Guide to the Falmer Tongue. It will revolutionize the way we understand those ancient beings. Preposterous! That research represents years of personal toil in some of the most dangerous Dwemer ruins in Skyrim. You must be mad to think I'd allow anyone to see it before it's completed. While I appreciate the sentiment, I still have to decline. Being an admirer, I'm sure you can appreciate the need to keep my research a secret.
She was making Tostitos pizza rolls for breakfast wearing my shirt. I don't even wear shirts, Nerevar. I don't even know how she did this.
I'm not certain how many scholars you're accustomed to dealing with, but I can assure you that personal wealth is our lowest priority. Do you realize that at a snap of my fingers, I can bring the entire Markarth City Guard to my defense? You best rethink this course of action, or you may find yourself on the executioner's block. Very well. Perhaps when my research is complete, I'll feel more comfortable discussing my findings with you.
Wait. I know you.
Halt. The Dwemer Museum isn't open to anyone without the court wizard's permission. It means Dwarven Museum. Lost race of people that built this city. You want to know more? Ask Calcimo. He's usually in front of the ruins, just down the tunnel.
Said he needed every man he could. You have committed crimes against Skyrim and your people. What say you in your defense?
Erevar, you are manually breathing now. Bitch.
What was that?
By order of the Jarl, I command you to halt.
Shit. Hey!
Give out while you still can.
Time for you to die.
What was that?
Intruder!
You should probably take all of them.
huh? Over here! Hurry!
You are right. Be extraordinarily conciliation.
So much for sneaking around. Stop! Don't touch me there! That is my no-no square.
Sorry, was looking at my files. Protocol to eradicate enemy engaged. Good day. Salutations. Okay, just trying to be polite here. Jesus.
How many colleges they build, or how much the sea swallows up.
Guard might get nervous.
La 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 la.
Hey!
I'll have 2 ash hopper steaks, a bantam gore large, a beetle cheese poutine with extra muck, a cliff racer tail, 2 kwama eggs, 1 with cheese, and a large sujama.
back, eh? And how was our friend Calselmo? I suppose it would be inappropriate of me to ask how you obtained this, so I simply won't.
And they aren't even listed on
A
Yelp.
rubbing, eh? Odd. I expected notes. I understand. Now, let me take a good look at this. Over here, please.
I'd drink from an old boot tonight.
This is intriguing, but highly disturbing. It appears that Gallus had suspicions about Mercer Frey's allegiance to the Guild for months. Gallus had begun to uncover what he calls an unduly lavish lifestyle replete with spending vast amounts of gold on personal pleasures.
Does the journal say where this wealth came from?
Yes, Gallus seems certain that Mercer had been removing funds from the Guild's treasury without anyone's knowledge.
They say brawl fights at an inn only create chaos and disturbance for the place. I say it builds character. Plus, everyone's always
here it is.
applauding you.
The last few pages seem to describe the failure of the Nightingales, although it doesn't go into great detail. Gallus also repeatedly mentions his strong belief that Mercer desecrated something known as the Twilight Sepulchre.
Shadows preserve us. So it's true.
I'm not familiar with the Twilight Sepulchre. What is it? What's Mercer Frey done?
I'm sorry, Enther. I can't say. All that matters is we deliver your translation to the Guild immediately. Farewell, Enther. Words can't express.
It's all right, Carlia. You don't have to say a word. Listen, all I want is the truth to be revealed to the Guild. They respected Carlia, and she deserves better. Do whatever you can, and I'd consider it a personal favor. If you ever manage to gain entry to the college, and you find trying to rid yourself of stolen goods becoming a burden, come visit me. I've been known to handle items of questionable interest from time to time, and I'll see what I can do. If you have further need of me, you can find me in the college.
Sorry.
Was there something
I was
else?
looking at my files.
If you have further need of me, you can find me in the college.
We must hasten to Riften before Mercer can do any more damage to the Guild. You've come this far, so I see no harm in concealing it any longer. The Twilight Sepulchre is the temple to Nocturnal. It's what the Nightingales are sworn to protect with their lives. Everything that represents Nocturnal's influence is contained within the walls of the Sepulchre. Now it seems Mercer's broken his oath with Nocturnal and defiled the very thing he swore to protect. I felt the same way when Gallus first revealed these things to me. I think given time you'll understand what I mean. As a Nightingale, I've been sworn to secrecy regarding the Sepulchre. I know the Guild doesn't do much to foster faith, but I'm going to have to ask that you continue to trust me. I'll make for Riften and scout the situation. See if I can discover what Mercer's up to. When you're ready, meet me at the Ragged Flagon. In the meantime, I wanted you to have this. It belonged to Gallus, but given the circumstances, I think he'd approve. If the Guild isn't willing to listen to reason, you might have to.
So did Carlia send you again, or are you here on your own this time? Taking me up on my offer, eh?
I'm glad you're here. I think some of these people are beginning to suspect who I am. Are you ready to face the Guild? Keep your eyes open. I'm not sure what to expect when we enter the system.
Maybe Maven will take my pitch about selling pure, refreshing bottled water. I mean, she'd been monopolizing on something vital to living.
You better have a damn good reason to be here with that murderer.
Please, lower your weapons so we can speak. I have proof that you've all been misled.
No tricks, Carlia, or I'll cut you down where you stand. Now what's this so-called proof you speak of? Let me see. No, it can't be. This can't be true. I've known Mercer too long.
It's true, Brynjolf. Every word. Mercer's been stealing from the guild for years, right under your noses.
There's only one way to find out what the lass says is true. Delvin, I'll need you to open the vault.
Wait just a blessed moment, Bryn. What's in that book? What did it say?
It says Mercer's been stealing from our vault for years. Gallus was looking into it before he was murdered.
These people are shady. I must admit I feel quite at home. Let us get back to it.
Locks money to buy. There's no way it can be picked open.
You didn't need to pick it up.
What's she all about?
Use your key on the vault, Delvin. We'll open it up and find out the truth.
I've used my key, but the vault's still locked up tighter than... Drum, now use yours.
ID8, it's gone. Everything's gone. Get in here, all of you.
The gold, the jewels, it's all gone.
That son of a bitch. I'll kill him.
Vex, put it away, right now. We can't afford to lose our heads. We need to calm down and focus.
Do what he says, Vex. This ain't helping right now.
God damn thieves! I got my sweet roll stolen!
For now.
Delvin, Vex, watch the flagon. If you see Mercer, come tell me right away.
Still have quite a good bit of jobs available, if you're looking for some extra coin. Need some gold? I may have some work for you. Well, well, I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across any other unusual trinkets like this, be sure to bring them to me. I promise it'll be worth the effort. What a delightful find. This should cover it. Well, well, I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across any other unusual trinkets like this, be sure to bring them to me. I promise it'll be worth the effort. This should compensate you for your find. Well, well, I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across any other unusual trinkets like this, be sure to bring them to me. I promise it'll be worth the effort. It's worth quite a bit, actually. Quite a catch. There you go. This should make you smile. This is getting dangerous. Don't let anything get a jump on you.
If I see Frey, I'll pluck his eyes from his skull with my bare hands.
Look, before I help you track Mercer down, I need to know what you learned from Carlia. I mean, everything. I feared that was the case. From that last entry in Gallus's diary, It looks like he was getting close to exposing Mercer to the Guild. Anything else? Trying to make Mercer look bad in front of Maven, eh? Clever lass. Was there anything else? What? Nightingales? But I always assumed they were just a tale. A way to keep the young footpads in line. Was there anything else she told you?
Nerevar, did you know that a bunch of lizards are running your tech industry? They tried to silence me once, but you can't keep a good god down. Even when they have all the cards, those half-sentient geckos could never win against a true Dunmer Sigma.
Then I have an important task for you. I need you to break into Mercer's home and search for anything that could tell us where he's gone. Aye. A gift from the Blackbriars after they kicked the previous family out. A place called Riftweald Manor. He never stays there, just pays for the upkeep on it. Hired some lout by the name of Mjoll to guard the place.
Most favorite target for sweet rolls. They're always gone. It's infuriating. And quite honestly, really sad.
Be careful, lass. This is the last place in Skyrim I'd ever want to send you. Just find a way in, get the information and leave. And you have permission to kill anyone that stands in your way.
Don't forget. I have a prostate exam scheduled for next Turdus. You're gonna have to fly solo for a while.
Better question would be, what did he leave? Mercer took everything. Even all of our plans are gone. Before Mercer took over, Gallus started collecting every bit of material he could on locations the Guild could heist. Museums, keeps, estates, you name it. By the time Mercer took over the Guild, we must have had a few dozen. I don't have a clue. That door is impenetrable. Without 2 keys, it's impossible to open. I have a key, Delvin has a key, and Mercer has a key. That's it. There are no other copies. Careful at Mercer's place. I don't want to lose it.
This is Mercer Frey's place, and he don't like visitors. Now go away. No visitors. No way. Now piss off before you make me mad. That's funny. You think you can take me on? Try it any time. I've been itching for a fight. Oh, come on. I ain't that dumb. You ain't got enough coin to make my problems go away. Unless you can talk Maven Blackbriar into letting me out of my debt. You try and set one foot in this yard and I'll cut it off. Until next time.
God might get nervous. A woman approaches with a weapon.
Something to hide?
Hey!
What is it? Dragons?
What in the name of oblivion do you want? Vald? Why would you want to help that idiot? He owes me a steep debt. In fact, he's lucky all I did was force him to work for Mercer. A few years back, I commissioned a unique quill from a good friend of mine in Winterhold. Vald was tasked with getting it here safely, and it ended up at the bottom of Lake Honrick. The wizards called it the Quill of Gemination, and demanded a tremendous amount of gold to have it made. If you can locate the quill and return it to me, something Vald was too stupid to do himself, I'll consider the debt satisfied. The quill was supposed to allow me to duplicate any writing I'm viewing in exacting detail. I'm sure you can understand how useful that would prove in a business situation, especially where signatures were involved. Fortunately, the quill required an ink with a unique formula known only to myself. So if you're getting any ideas about selling it to someone else or keeping it, you'll find it would hold little value. I had Vald meet the caravan from Winterhold on the western end of the lake, so he could avoid the roads. The idiot got lost in the mist and ran his boat right over some rocks, sending it straight to the bottom. He's too stupid to remember where he was, and any attempt I've made to find it in the past has been unsuccessful. Vald said his rowboat struck some rocks. I'd check under the water near one of the small islands in the lake. Perhaps you should stop at the docks and work your way out towards Golden Glow Estate. The Blackbriar family has always been allied with the Guild. Our connections with the Empire and within Skyrim make for a perfect fit. I dare say the Guild owes its survival as much to my family as it does to its own people. I believe we're done.
I run the meat and produce stand at the market. Come by and see if you want some of the freshest.
Lady Helga, so pleased.
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason. Really? I wrote that off a long time ago. Well, I suppose I need to fulfill my end of the bargain. Give this document to Vald. It frees him from the debt, but I never want to see him in Riften again.
Have them delivered to the bunkhouse, won't you?
Come see me in the market if you're looking for the finest custom jewelry in all of Skyrim.
You know, Nerevar, I once had this Argonian slave named Eats Many Toes. She didn't last in the fields for long, mostly because all the other Argonians weren't able to work on their feet after they met her. She ruined many a harvests for our people. Fucking lizard bitch.
This is Mercer Frey's place, and he don't like visitors. Now go away. Of mine? What is it? I can't believe it. How'd you talk her into this? Never mind, I don't care. I'm just glad I don't got to work for Maven anymore. Here, you did me a favor. I guess I owe you one.
I swear if you dirty my J's by taking us into the Ratways, I'm going to brick your save file.
God might get nervous. A woman approaches with a weapon drawn.
Huh?
See someone there?
You'll get kill because I like to. I kill because I love to.
Something to hide?
All this sneaking business is going to give me a heart attack from anticipation and anxiety. What do you mean I'm being over-dramatic?
We've scoured the town and I've spoken to every contact we have left. No sign of Mercer. Any luck on your end? Shore's beard. He's going after the eyes of the Falmer? That was Gallus's pet project. If he gets his hands on them, you can be certain he'll be gone for good, and set up for life. Agreed. He's taken everything the Guild has left, and to go after one of the last greatest heists is just an insult. I've spoken to Carlia and made amends for how the Guild's treated her.
Nerevar, I think I
Now
caught
she wishes
Ligma.
to speak with both
Did you
of
hear
us.
me, Nerevar?
Quickly.
Nerevar,
We have no
I
time
said
to
I
lose.
think I caught Ligma.
Let's we meet
Aren't you going
last.
to ask me what Ligma is? Please, Nerevar. Please, I need this win.
Not now, lass. Carlia said it was important.
Sure, we can talk.
My sister in crime. What do you need?
I promise you. Brynjolf, the time has come to decide Mercer's fate. Until a new guildmaster is chosen, the decision falls to you.
Aye, lass. And I've come to a decision. Mercer Frey tried to kill both of you. He betrayed the Guild, murdered Gallus, and made us question our future. He needs to die.
You have to be very careful, Brynjolf. Mercer is a nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
It's all true. Everything I heard in the stories. The Nightingales, their allegiance to Nocturnal, and the Twilight Sepulchre.
That's why we need to prepare ourselves and meet Mercer on equal footing. Just outside of Riften, beyond the southeast gate is a small path cut up the mountainside. At the end of that path is a clearing, and an old standing stone. I'd ask you both to meet me there.
I have some preparations of my own to make. I'll meet you at the stone.
I'm preparing to leave for the standing stone. What is it?
Hey! I want to talk to you. Now. You're pretty tough. I joined up with them maybe 10 years ago. Small clan, maybe 20 men. We'd raid villages, rob caravans. But it was always about the killing for them. Don't get me wrong. The first few years with that clan were some of the best years of my life. All the food I could eat, all the wine I could drink, and all the women I could bed. We raided a caravan one spring. I think it was a few wagons with some farmers moving to a new village. They didn't put up much of a fight. All that was left were the women and children. Then the leader of our clan, Garthek, he ordered us to kill the rest. No, we usually let them go. I refused to do it, and Garthek ordered the clan to kill me as well. Luckily, I had made some friends with the clan who immediately sided with me. We tore each other to pieces. After it was over, those of us that remained simply went our separate ways. I left his head on a pike at the wreckage of the caravan. Never knew what became of the rest of the clan that survived. I suppose they moved on, just like I did. Go and pick some fights.
Something I can help with, or do you just want to talk?
Need a few spare septums? I got the cure right here.
Looking for work? Well, well. I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across any other unusual trinkets like this, be sure to bring them to me. I promise it'll be worth the effort. Must have come from Mercer's place. He'd admired the Grey Fox for some time. Sure, I'll buy it from you. Here you are. What's the matter? Afraid of getting your hands dirty?
I was just hearing things. Someone there?
This is your fault for wanting to be a pussy bitch Nerevar. Thinking beating your enemies is enough. Adulthood is realizing that they can't just lose. They must also suffer.
Now we see some action. Don't disappoint.
Tell you what, you start running so I can stab you in the back.
Onwards, I guess.
Wait, no, no, here.
Mercer's been here. I hope we aren't too late. Brynjolf and I found them like that. Mercer's doing. We have to catch up to him before it's too late. We should tread carefully. I wouldn't be surprised if he's left behind a few surprises for us. Wait a moment. What's that? It's Mercer. Look, down there.
I'm on it, lass. Damn it, there's no way through. Size of this place. Have you ever seen anything like it in your life, lass?
Can't say that I have. Imagine the riches hidden within these walls.
Promise swift but painful end. Yeah, just as I was getting warmed up.
that? To the pain then.
Shore's bones. Look at that monstrosity.
It's a dwarven centurion. Very tough and very deadly.
We can take the beast on or sneak around. Your call, lass. We're right behind you.
This is where we saw Mercer. We must be getting close. Be careful. There's no telling what lurks within these walls.
What was that?
Come, Cal. We fight!
The stench. This place reeks of Falmer.
This must be their hive. We'll have to keep silent if we want to avoid drawing their attention. Even the farmer don't deserve the pain these implements must have inflicted. The dwarves were a cruel race. Mass of the farmer in this chamber. We can sneak through or take them down. I don't care. As long as we get to...
Aye. Whatever you want to do, we're with you.
ventilation through these pipes. We must be beneath the lake.
Promise a swift but painful end.
Ourselves. He's here, and he hasn't seen us yet. Brynjolf, watch the door.
Aye, lass. Nothing's getting by me.
Climb down that ledge. See if you can...
Carlisle, when will you learn you can't get the drop on me? When Mjoll brought you before me, and at that moment I knew it would end, then the die is cast, and once again my blade will taste Nightingale blood. Carlisle, I'll deal with you after I've rid myself of your irksome companions. In the meantime, perhaps you would...
I can't stop myself.
Damn you, Mercer. Fight to Brynjolf. Take control of you. Fills with water.
Was looking at my files.
Sorry, lass.
I can't believe
I've
it's
got
over.
important things to do.
25 years in exile, and just like that, it's done. All that remains is to ensure the safe return of the skeleton key. I'm afraid it's not that simple. When the skeleton key was stolen from the Twilight Sepulchre, our access to the inner sanctum was removed. The only way to bring it back will be through the Pilgrim's Path. It wasn't created for the Nightingales. It was created to test those who wish to serve Nocturnal in other ways. As a consequence, I have no knowledge of what you'll be facing. Brynjolf is needed back at the Thieves Guild to keep order while you're away. And I can't bear to face Nocturnal after my failure to protect the key. I'm afraid you'll have to face the end of your journey alone. Take this with you. I'm not certain if it will help within the walls of the Sepulchre, but I certainly don't need it as much as you. I've had this bow almost my entire life, and it's never let me down. I hope it brings you the same luck. The conduit to Nocturnal's realm, the realm of Evergloam, has been in Skyrim, well, longer than recorded history. The Twilight Sepulchre was constructed around it by man and Myr in order to shield it from those who would exploit its power. It's through this conduit that we're given Nocturnal's greatest gift, our luck. What she gains in return is a complete mystery.
Careful! I almost dropped all the files.
Yes,
about selling pure, refreshing bottled water. I mean, she's been monopolizing on something vital to living.
I'm glad you're here. This is the headquarters of the Nightingales, cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind. We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey. If you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way. This way, please.
Gosh, this country's cold. It's so pretty.
This loincloth is really breezy. Feels real nice on my third-degree burns. Don't question why I have burns, Nerevar. You've seen the flame Atronax, same as I have.
So this is Nightingale Hall. Heard about this place when I joined the guild, but I never believed it existed.
The assumption that the Nightingales were just a myth was seeded within the guild on purpose. It helped divert attention from our true nature. What's wrong, Mjoll? I can almost hear your brow furrowing.
I'm trying to understand why I'm here, lass. I'm no priest. I'm certainly not religious. Why pick me?
This isn't about religion, Mjoll. It's business.
Record? Well, Dragonborn, I'm sure there's lots of things in there that just want to tear our hearts out. But you're the boss.
First of the uninitiated to set foot inside in over a century. No. If you'll both proceed to the armory to don your Nightingale armor, we can begin the oath.
Time's wasting, and Mercer's still out there. Let's get this show on the road.
I get the impression that we are not seeing this place at its best.
This is enough to make your head spin, eh?
You appear hesitant to don your Nightingale armor. What's troubling you? You appear hesitant to don your Nightingale armor.
Sorry, was looking at my files.
You appear ready for the oath.
I think we should trust the lass and take the deal.
It smells stuffy and sneaky here.
This is enough to make your head spin, eh? We've got these get-ups on. Now what?
Beyond this gate is the first step in becoming a Nightingale.
Whoa there, lass. I appreciate the armor, but becoming a Nightingale? That was never discussed.
To hold any hope of defeating Mercer, we must have Nocturnal at our backs. If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement must be struck.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
The terms are quite simple, Brynjolf. Nocturnal will allow you to become a nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And in return, both in life and in death, you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulchre.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal? Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the circle.
This is enough to make your head spin, eh?
Come, Nerevar, come. Let us give our septums to the Daedra-backed head
I call
funds.
upon you, Lady
Listen, man,
Nocturnal,
I have found a link
Queen of
between
Mirth,
Nocturnal's
and
release of
Empress
feet
of
picks
Shadow.
and the value
Hear
of the
my
East
voice.
Empire Company's stock. Trust me, bro, I've done at least 5 minutes
Ah,
of due diligence
Carlyle.
on the god.
I was wondering when I'd hear from you again.
I'm an investor.
Lose something, did we?
My lady, I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Carlyle. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have 2 others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprise me, Carlyle. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth and grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until the conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Carlyle. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
Now that you've transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime. Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without 2 keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulchre, the skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal, and in essence, caused our luck to run dry. Well, yes, but the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities, the potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, potential becomes limitless. Although it would benefit the Guild more than you can imagine, in the end it would do more harm than good. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulchre, things will never be the same for the Guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade. Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner. Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lass. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the Guild. Carlyle and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the guild to its full strength. As a result, we both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves Guild. I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know. I've never been one to lead. Never desired it, never cared for it. Don't want it. Well, we have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation, so don't get sentimental on me. Then it's decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details. Until then, we have quite the task ahead. I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Falmer are in the Dwarven ruins at Erkenthand. Carlia and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lass. This will be a fight to remember. Aye, and some of what Carlia said is starting to make sense. Mercer may have damaged our reputation and raided our coffers. This goes well beyond even his twisted form of larceny. Old Delvin kept calling it a curse, and we all laughed at him. Looks like the joke's on us. If you would have asked me that yesterday, I'd have said no, but now I think our chances have improved. Look, call me crazy if you like, but I trust Carlia. I don't think she'd lead us down a suicidal path. Besides, I'd rather die with some of Mercer's blood on my blade than spend the rest of my life regretting that I ran the other way.
I don't recognize you, but I sense that you're one of us. Who are you? The last of the Nightingale Sentinels, I'm afraid. I've defended the Sepulchre alone for what seems like an eternity. We were betrayed by one of our own kind. In fact, I'm to blame for what's happened here. I was blinded. Blinded by dark treachery masquerading as friendship. Perhaps if I had been more vigilant, then Mercer Frey wouldn't have lured me to my fate and stolen the skeleton key. I haven't heard that name in a long time. How do you know of me? The key! You have the skeleton key! I never thought I'd see it again. And Mercer Frey? Then, it's over, and my death wasn't in vain. I owe you a great deal, Nightingale. You've done the Guild a great deed, and although they may not show it, I'm certain they appreciate your sacrifices. My only regret is that you had to undertake this task alone. Carlia? She's still alive? I feared she'd befallen the same fate, ending up a victim of Mercer's betrayal. Nothing would bring me more pride than to return the key, but I'm afraid it's impossible. From the moment I arrived here, I felt myself, well, dying. The Sepulchre isn't merely a temple or a vault to house the key. Within these walls is the Ebonmere, a conduit to Nocturnal's realm of Everglow. When Mercer stole the key, that conduit closed, severely limiting our ties to her. I'm afraid so. I'm weakening, and I can feel myself slipping away. The years without restoration of my power have taken their toll. Whatever damage has been caused can only be corrected by following the Pilgrim's path to the Ebonmere and replacing the key. With the Ebonmere closed, and their sudden severance from the realm of Everglow, I fear they've undergone a drastic change. They're shadows of their former selves. They no longer remember their true purpose or their original identities. My spirit didn't manifest itself in the Sepulchre immediately, so fortunately I wasn't present when the Ebonmere was sealed. However, ever since that day, I've felt my power waning, slowly draining away. Whatever is affecting the Nightingale Sentinels is starting to affect me too. As I get closer to the Ebonmere, I begin to feel myself slipping away. Even right this moment, I feel strange, when I don't think I should be feeling anything at all. I wish I could help you, but I've been a prisoner in this very chamber for the last quarter century. The only possible help I've come across are the remains of some poor fellow who is trying to follow in your footsteps. Perhaps his journal can help? Good luck, Nightingale.
tools repelled the Dremora. This is all Imperial propaganda designed to cover up their emancipation efforts in Morrowind. Do you really think a bunch of half-sentient geckos could fight off the power of a Daedric prince? Don't be a sheep like the rest of the Inwas Nerevar. Beep, beep, boop. Combat. Poor Jimmy. Nerevar, my boy Osama's cave was just like this. We would sit on rocks and play CS 1.6 while gooning to hentai all day. That takes me back. Nerevar, be careful. Last time I was in a cave this tight. It was with a Dwemer baddie, and I needed a safe word. Plot twist. The baddie had a cock. You a habitual line stepper, Nerevar.
It's been a number of years since I've set foot on your world. Or perhaps it's been moments. One tends to lose track. So, once again, the key has been stolen, and a champion returns it to the sepulchre. Now that the Ebonmere has been restored, you stand before me awaiting your accolades. A pat on your head, a kiss on your cheek. What you fail to realize is your actions were expected and represent nothing more than the fulfillment of your agreement. Don't mistake my tone for displeasure. After all, you've obediently performed your duties to the letter. But we both know this has little to do with honor and oaths and loyalty. It's about the reward, the prize. Fear not. You'll have your trinkets, your desire for power, your hunger for wealth. I bid you to drink deeply from the Ebonmere mortal, for this is where the agent of Nocturnal is born. The oath has been struck, the die has been cast, and your fate awaits you in the Everglow. Farewell. See to it that you stay this time, won't you?
I'm glad you were able to bring the key back safely. Nocturnal seemed quite pleased with your efforts. I wouldn't take that to heart. It's her way. Think of her as a scolding mother continually pushing you harder to be successful, outwardly sounding angry, but silently content. I assure you, had she been displeased with you, we wouldn't be having this conversation. The circles at the base of the Ebonmere imbue you with powers befitting a Nightingale agent. The crescent moon represents the agent of stealth, the half moon for the agent of subterfuge, and the full moon for the agent of strife. This is Nocturnal's way of maintaining balance. If you ever feel the need to change your abilities, you can return to the Sepulchre and step onto a different circle. Be warned that once you've chosen, you can't reselect for at least a day. Now, your life as a Nightingale begins. Should the need arise, you'll be summoned to the Sepulchre in order to defend it. The Guild has welcomed me back with open arms. I feel like a void in my life has finally been filled. I only hope that this isn't an ending to things, but actually the beginning. Why, perhaps the greatest crime spree Skyrim's ever known. There are pockets brimming with coin, and coffers overflowing with riches ripe for the picking. We may be Nightingales, that in our hearts we're still thieves, and we're damn good at what we do. Choose your path, and your journey will be complete. Gallus! I feared I would never see you again. I was afraid you'd become like the others.
If it were not for the actions of this nightingale, your fears would have come true. She honors us all.
What will you do now, my love?
Nocturnal calls me to the Everglow. My contract has been fulfilled.
Will I ever see you again?
When your debt to Nocturnal has been paid, we'll embrace once again.
Farewell, Gallus. Eyes open. Walk with the shadows.
Goodbye, Carlyle.
Hey, Nerevar. Did you know that Vivek was born a hermaphrodite? Do you think his testicles were blue or yellow? Or do you think they were split down the middle as well? That shit keeps me up at night.
Need some gold? I may have some work for you.
The sound of the water.
Well, well. I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across any other unusual trinkets like this, be sure to bring them to me. I promise it'll be worth the effort. By the 8, you actually got your hands on it. This alone is worth more than some thieves earn in a lifetime. Agreed.
I don't need a thing. I'm a sorceress, not a village herbalist.
There's plenty more work for the likes of you.
It's good to see you in one piece, lass. I just wanted to give you a proper thank you for everything you've done. The guild is back on its feet again, and on its way to a prosperous future. What's become of the skeleton key? That's it then. After all those years of helplessly watching the guild decline. But enough of that. I'm confident that with you in charge, we'll soon have more gold than we could possibly spend. I'll be down here, trying to coordinate everything with Delvin and Vex, to make sure the coin keeps flowing, and no one skims. If you still feel like doing some jobs, I'm sure Delvin and Vex have more than their fair share to give out. Either way, it's been a pleasure, my friend. Here's to the future of the Guild. May it last another 1,000 years. Yes, Lance. Did you take a good look around you? Have you ever seen the Guild in such a prosperous state? With Mercer Frey gone, and our influence spreading across Skyrim, the Guild's earned a new level of respect it hasn't seen in decades. I couldn't be more proud to be part of the Thieves Guild, or its new Guildmaster.
It would be a miracle if the groom can make it to the altar.
Eyes open, and walk with the shadows.
Stolen.